Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays and welcome to a very exciting video, at least for me, hopefully for you guys as well. I finally finished the 100 baby challenge in the last video that I posted. I am so excited. I feel like there's a weight off my shoulders now. I've been doing this series since April 2019 and it's really exciting to be able to branch out and do something different. So what I did do to kind of wrap it all up was, because I'm playing with vampires, all of the Sims are still alive, but also I had actually put them all in played households and then disabled aging. So Yusef was also still alive. He's our one and only non-vampire child. I went into the matriarch house and I had them invite every child over one at a time, and I took a photo of them all in the same place on the same wall so that we had consistent backgrounds. And this slideshow that you are now watching is the result. I think it was really fascinating to look back at the photos. I didn't edit any of the Sims, so very early on I wasn't actually changing their looks once they aged up to teens or young adults. Except I think for Chloe, I think I did for the firstborn, but then for ages I was just leaving them in whatever random clothes they were wearing. I think it was only really once I started playing with Hannah, who obviously is our second matriarch, that I started changing the outfits, because at that point she was a photographer. She was doing the freelance career, so she had specific requirements of a sim in their pajamas or whatever. So that's when I started really giving them makeovers. I also didn't used to play with CC. So most of the early kids don't have eyelashes. You sort of see where it starts to drip in. It's again around about Hannah's kids. I did give Lilith eyelashes, but that was it. So I just found it quite fascinating. And then originally with Hannah, I was only doing one or two outfits and the rest was random. And it's kind of gotten to the point now, by the time I was doing Georgia, I was doing every outfit on every age up, because, why not? Make more work for myself. But I thought real quick I'd go through the stats, because I've actually been keeping a record of the sex of the child and whether they're a human or a vampire. So out of all of them, Lilith, Xanthi and Nellie, which is 1, 3 and 4, had more vampires than humans. Lilith had 15 vampires and 3 humans. Nellie's and Xanthi's were 11 and 7 and 11 and 6, but Hannah and Georgia both actually had more humans. They both had 13 humans and 11 vampires, born. Both of them, I'm 99% sure, had vampiric ley line and also regular ley line, and I think there's a problem with the game that it doesn't do both. But the problem that Hannah had was she also wasn't getting multiples. Georgia had lots of multiples, so I know that the ley line trait was working for her. So I guess at least I got something out of the vampiric ley line trait not working. But Hannah, the vampiric ley line trait wasn't working, and she wasn't really having multiples. She'd had one set of triplets, but I never saw that circle thing that Georgie gets that indicates that trait is kicked in. So it just didn't work. Neither of those ley line traits worked for Hannah, which is quite annoying. Now, if you're playing with humans, or even if you're playing with vampires, the best way to play this challenge is actually not to have multiples. So I'd recommend just having vampiric ley line. Don't stay away from the regular ley line trait. I did it with Georgia because I was like, it's the last matriarch, let's have some fun. In terms of the sex ratio, Georgia had way more males. Most of the rest of them had way more females. So the overall percentage ended up being 48% males and 53% females, which I think is in the margin of error of random chance. The vampire to human split overall for all 5 was 58% vampires, 42% humans, and 1% alien. Whatever. So it happens. It was a mistake. Xanthi made a terrible mistake. She was very young. It was her first pregnancy. So I hope you guys enjoy the little slideshow. I will leave you all with it here. Like I said before, I'm planning on starting Not So Berry, so look out for some Not So Berry content coming to a YouTube video near you soon. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, that way you won't miss any future uploads. And the other series I have running are Medieval Legacy Challenge. We're onto the 3rd generation and I am loving it, and it's a very story-rich, semi-realistic kind of world. We have vampires running around and spellcasters running around. High fantasy, semi-realistic kind of world. And we have My Criminal Empire inspired series world. So crime families, currently we're doing university with a crime sorority. So check that out as well. And I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.